So one of my goals for 2020 is to be more intentional with my use of social media. So I thought I'd give you a little insight into what it is that I do on a day-to-day basis. So at the moment, as you can see, I'm at work, I'm in my office. I don't have any students at the moment. I have a couple coming in this afternoon, hopefully. It's still Christmas holidays for students. They don't start term until end of January. And up until then, they've got exams and things like that. So it should be pretty quiet. But in the meantime, I'm going to be preparing things for workshops that I've got up and coming. I've got catching up to do on paperwork and things like that. And just keeping up to date with any different kind of interventions and things like that I can use. So on a day-to-day basis, what I usually do is I will have students come in. I'll have regular students who I see. So they are students who usually have like a long-term mental health conditions such as bipolar or maybe psychosis or eating disorders, personality disorders, things like that. So I see them pretty regularly just to make sure they're keeping on top of their studies. If they have any issues with, the mental health, things like that, I might liaise with their community mental health teams, those kind of things. And then I'll also have initial therapeutic consultations with students who have completed like counselling forms requesting support from the counselling service. So within those consultations, I thought it was going to finish there. So within those consultations, I will usually provide like short-term interventions. Short-term interventions, which are usually like CBT skill-based or solution-focused skill-based. So I might teach them different techniques that they might use to help them to manage their anxiety better, or if they're suffering from problems with their sleep, I might talk to them about sleep hygiene techniques, things to do with their mood and how to manage that. I usually encourage them to go to the gym or get some kind of fitness back into their routine. So it's all about kind of short-term interventions that they can do for themselves with kind of minimum effort. Then if I feel that they might need more longer-term support, I might refer them on to someone else in our team who provides either like CBT or counselling or solution-focused therapy. So those are the main kind of things that I do. Also, I might deal with any kind of crisis that arises. So say if a student is going through a particularly bad time at the moment and they may have self-harmed, or lecturers or even friends or family might be concerned about them. So I will kind of be the first point of call. I will try and meet with them, talk to them, see what support I can offer them. They might need referring onto like a community mental health team within the area. Trying to think what else I do. Those are probably the main things that I do in my role at the moment. I mentioned earlier I do like workshops and things within the university. So for different student groups, I might be talking about, I think last time we did one about resilience and well-being, things like that. And another thing that I do within my role is also I look at different kinds of adjustments that I can make to either like exams and coursework, lectures, just to make things a little bit easier for people who do have like a diagnosed mental health condition. So whether that's looking at allowing them to have extra time in exams if they perhaps suffer from anxiety, or things like timed breaks, and just again liaising with lecturers just so that they're aware of the students' mental health conditions so that they can take that into consideration. Look at different different adjustments that we can put in place to help the student get through the course, basically. So that's just a little insight into what I do on a day-to-day basis. Obviously, it's a lot more in depth when I'm talking to students. Like I usually spend about an hour with them, talking through their issues, kind of figuring out what might have triggered this kind of crisis that they're experiencing. Again, talking about ways that they may deal with it, how they deal with it at present, how they've previously dealt with the same kind of situation, and just looking for solutions and how they can move forward and deal with it better. Obviously, people who have got more long-term established and diagnosed mental health conditions, again, I will talk to them about their medication, the effects of the medication, encourage them to, speak to their GP or their doctor about any kind of issues. And as I said, I'll liaise with their community mental health teams. But yeah, thanks for listening. I'm a little bit bunged up at the moment, first day back at work, and I've come back with a cold. But I thought, I want to set the new year right. I've set my intentions and my goals, so I need to stick to them. So yeah, I'm going to try and make this a weekly thing. But, don't hold me to that, because sometimes things get a bit hectic around here. But I will try my very best. But yeah, thank you. Have a good Monday. And also, one more thing, if there's anything in particular you want me to talk about, whether it's to do with any mental health conditions or different types of interventions that you might use or you can use do yourself at home, sleep problems, depression, low mood, anxiety, those kind of things. Anything fitness related, if you want me to talk to you about that, I do occasionally upload some home workout things like that, so keep your eyes peeled for those. But if there's anything in particular that you want me to cover, or you're unsure of, again, about different mental health conditions, stress, anything like that, just DM me and let me know, so it's relevant to you guys. All right, thanks, bye.